So welcome, day number 11 of the Booty Boot Camp. We only have one more after that, and that is Booty Boot Camp complete. Yes. So I have something a little bit different for you today. We have 10 exercises. So they're all still concentrating on that glute area, but we're training overall legs. So we've got 10 exercises, things like lunges, squats. We're going to do those twice through. That means I've saved 5 booty exercises, so things like your hip thrusts, for the very end that we're going to do twice through as well. So we've got 10 exercises twice through. We're then going to switch 5 exercises twice through. So it's going to go in a blink. This is going to go so quick. I'm so excited. So do you want to see what we're going to be doing? So I have a variety of different equipment today. I obviously will give you alternatives for anything that you don't have, and everything can really be done with 2 dumbbells. Right, so we're going to start off with a reverse lunge. So if my dumbbells are a little bit out of screen, we're going to start with reverse lunges. So I'm just going to start on my left leg, and I'm going to reverse back, sitting into the lunge, drive up, staying on that leg. We're going to go back again. So we're doing more concentration on that one leg. Now, what you want to do is you want to keep the core tight. You can slightly lean over the leg through the hips. So when I say through the hips, what you're not doing is this through the back. You're not leaning over like that. You're leaning like that. And what that does is that will activate the glute just that little bit more, and you definitely will feel it. So we're going to do 45 seconds on that side, exactly the same form. We're then going to go on to that right leg as well. So always keep the core in nice and tight when you're doing your lunges. You don't want your back or your shoulder blade. Keep the shoulders nice and straight back. Don't be curling them over. So next up, we've got stiff leg deadlifts. We're just going to go about hip width apart like that. Slight bend to the knees, so the knees are nice and soft. That is the only difference. Your legs are going to stay that shape. Shoulders back, core nice and tight. Stretch through those hamstrings. Drive up. Just work through. Oh, my hamstrings are sore after day 10. And you're going to work through like that. Just driving through. So remember, you always want to push the bum back so that you're getting that stretch going through the glute or through the hamstring. Right, next up, we're going to do sumo squats. So I've got my heavier dumbbell. Nice and wide. So we're going wider with the feet like that. Toes slightly pointing out. Chest up. Sit right in. Drive up again. Drive down. Just working through like that. Really sitting in and working through that glute. Now, next up, we're going to do a squat. We're going to do it slightly different. So we're going to go quite narrow with the feet like that. And we're just going to hold the dumbbells to the side. And we're going to squat down like that. So from the side, back nice and straight. Push the bum back. Drive up. Just working through those legs. You'll feel it a lot on the front of the legs, so on the quad, but you will still feel it down at the bottom in those glutes. Just working through, you'll get a good stretch. Next up, we've got curtsy lunges. So remember, we're only doing these twice through. Starting on that left leg again, and we're just going to curtsy lunge through. So you're curtsying, driving that foot behind. Again, you can slightly lean over that leg. Then the other side, so remember through the hips, lean over the leg. As you can see, my back's nice and straight. It's not bending through. I'm just sitting in. Right, and then after that, we've got single stiff leg deadlifts. So again, I'm going to rest against the wall. I'm going to start with my left leg. Slight bend. Stretch through, drive up again, working through. So it's exactly the same form as your double one. You're just kicking that leg out. Definitely lean against something to keep your balance. Then you're going to go on to the other side, drive through. And just let this leg, so when I'm on my right, let the left leg just kind of pivot back. It'll automatically do it, working through. It'll do that to make the hip work properly. If you keep it down, as you can see, it's slightly different. It feels different. You get a much better stretch and drive through doing it, kicking that leg out. Right, next up. Now, swings. Ideally, I would like a heavier kettlebell for this, but I've got a 7.5, that's what I'm going to go for. I will give you an alternative. You can do this with your dumbbells as well. Good grip. Make sure with a kettlebell swing that no matter what, you do not let go of the kettlebell or the weight or anything, or else you're going to completely trash your living room, and I'm not taking responsibility for that. So do not let go of the kettlebell. So a good grip in the kettlebell, it's all momentum, thrust through. So you're using the glute to thrust through. Squeeze the glute, drive up. So, what you don't want to do is bend the back and start doing that. Use the glute, core tight, use the glute. Now, if you have a dumbbell, you can just simply hold on to one end of the dumbbell, drive through, and just work through. Just make sure that obviously your hands aren't too sweaty and the weight is going to fall out. You can do it like that as well, where you've got a good grip. Now, if you don't have anything, do it like that, and you just don't like it, you're afraid of trashing something, what you're doing is your fast squats. So explosive squats. So you're going up. So you're really driving up, powering through those glutes, making the glutes really work at powering up off the floor. So, guys, those are our 10 exercises. We're doing those twice through. We now have our glute ones. So I have my hip thrust machine. And again, you don't need a hip thrust machine. You can just use your sofa, a bench, or a chair. Just thinking of different names. Just make sure, the thing I like about this is it's not going to slip when I'm in the hip thrust position. That's why I got it, and I'm very happy with it. But anyway, if you're using a chair or a bench, put it against a wall, just to make sure that it's not going to slide whenever you're in that hip thrust position, and it doesn't slide under your feet and you go flying, because you can hurt yourself quite easily. Now, I need another different one. We're going to go heavier this time. So I've got my medium hip thrust band, and I've got my hip thruster band for the machine. You can just use the weight if you don't have the machine, of course. So, get your band. We're going to do abductors first. So remember, we're doing this 5 exercises twice through. If you aren't using this, use a chair or a bench or something that's just a wee bit lower than the knee, about knee height or lower, just so that you can sit with a nice right angle to the legs. Now, band tight, kick out. Just squeeze in through the glute and working through. And that's what we're going to do. You want to always keep the concentration on the glute. You don't want to try to use the quads or anything. Use the glutes. And again, that core is always tight. Now, next up, single leg hip thrust. So we don't need a weight for this. We know how hard these are. We'll start with the left leg. Why change? Again, for some reason with single ones, putting your arms out to the side, I often find helps. Getting that leg up, we're going down, kicking right up. And again, you're pulling the hips under. You're not arching the back going up like that there. Core is always tight, okay guys? And just working through like that. So we're going to go on the left leg. We're then going to change. Core tight again. Squeeze the glute. Just working through. 45 seconds on that. We are then going to go. We have hip thrust, and then we're finishing with a hip thrust hold. So, get your band or your weight. Make sure that it's across the hips. Don't put it across the belly or down on the legs like I've got here. I'm going to bring that up to the hips. Nice right angle with the legs. Core tight. Thrust up. So again, I'm thrusting with the glutes. I'm not using the lower back. So we're going to do 45 seconds. Then, if you guys are with me, as soon as that beat goes, we're going to hold for a whole minute. So we're going to hold for a 15-second rest, and our 45-second workout work section, whatever you want to call it. So 45 seconds hip thrust, we're then going to go and we're just going to hold it, and we're going to hold those glutes the whole time. Guys, that is our 5 booty blasting exercises to finish with. Are you ready? I'm excited. I think it's going to go in really, really quick. And when it goes in really quick, you just feel awesome because you're sweating even more because you've really enjoyed yourself. So, don't know why I'm sniffing. Are you ready? I am ready. So get the tutorial off and I will see all you guys in the workout. Let's go, guys.